Coming up on First at 4, search crews fan out surrounding a southern Kentucky lake searching for 2 missing people. And road work is about to start to repave the Hazard Bypass. How it could impact your travel plans coming up.
And hot weather continues through midweek, but how about those showers and storms returning? I'm tracking the latest coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, 2 people that may have been seen at or near a southern Kentucky lake are missing. Search crews are actively engaged in a recovery operation for one of them on Laurel Lake in Laurel County. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more.
The London Laurel County Rescue Squad, joined by a lot of other agencies, are out on the water right now searching for a 51-year-old man that went missing while he was swimming with other people. This while the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is trying to find the whereabouts of a 63-year-old man who went missing a couple of days ago. He said he was going to the lake to swim. The Sheriff's Office is looking for 63-year-old Gary Bowling. He told people that he was going to swim, but then he hasn't been seen since. Multiple agencies are looking for 51-year-old man who was actually seen swimming in the lake. Then he went under. His life jacket was found, but he was not.
So we've had a lot of agencies come in and help us out. We've had about 5 different agencies come. Some of them from different states even.
Officials are not releasing the name of the 51-year-old man that they are looking for. I am told they are looking in the Sulphur Branch area of the lake. Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. The man the Sheriff's Office is looking for, Gary Bowling, was said to be driving a silver GMC pickup truck wearing a T-shirt and yellow swimming trunks. Drivers who use the Hazard Bypass should expect delays starting tomorrow. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 10 in Jackson has announced they will be doing repaving work starting at some point tomorrow. The KYTC says drivers should expect lane closings while the project is underway, and they are expecting some long traffic delays as a result of that road work.
Another gorgeous afternoon in progress all throughout the region. We'll continue to see temperatures in the 80s and plenty of sunshine as we head through the evening. Here's the view from our camera at Pikeville Medical Center. We're looking pretty nice out there right now. Low 80s to see at this moment. Plenty of sunshine, just fair weather clouds out there. Getting warm in some parts of the region. Middlesboro's at 85, as is Manchester, 84, Jonesville, Jacksboro, and Somerset. Also Prestonsburg and Grundy, and 86 in Irvin. So a little on the warm side this afternoon. Nothing on pinpoint Doppler. So let's say you have some excess ground beef or hot dogs in the fridge. You need to get to work on those. Well, you got a pretty good chance tonight with those temperatures slowly falling through the 80s and into the upper 70s. Not too bad out there. But showers and storms aren't far away. I'm breaking down the very latest in a few minutes, Steve.
All right, Evan, thank you very much. And just a quick update on a story we first brought you a moment ago from Phil Pendleton. According to our newsroom, the missing man, one of the missing men, Gary Bowling, has been found safe. They are still searching the lake for another missing person, but one of the 2, Gary Bowling, reported last night as missing, is said to be safe, and no more details known at this time, but of course we'll keep following that. In an incredible search in Virginia today, as a car flies through the air ending up in a lake. Lifeguards sprang into action to save a woman who lost control of her car. Garrett Witten has more on that.
Car started to bubble and then sink.
Heroic actions taken by Paige Damaris and 2 other young lifeguards to save an elderly woman who drove her car into Lake Monticello Thursday morning. Paige was in the pool giving a swimming lesson when it happened.
And then we look over and we see a car coming from above, from Ashlawn, somehow dodged another car, went through the trees, dodged those trees, hit a picnic table, went flying through the pool gate.
The car exited the pool area and flew over the ledge, separating that area from the beach.
And then I heard it, and then I rushed outside, saw it go into the water.
Zachary Butler, another lifeguard, pulled the woman from her car.
Car was sinking when I pulled her out, so that was absolutely insane.
The woman was aware of what had just happened, according to the third lifeguard, Savannah Peterson.
She was conscious, so I didn't have to check for breathing or a pulse or anything. So I pulled her out, talked to her, made sure she was calm, was like, "Hi, my name's Savannah. I'm a lifeguard. I'm here to help you. We're going to get EMS to you soon."
First responders showed up in the matter of minutes after the rescue. The woman was taken to the hospital. Marika Henry, communications director of Lake Monticello, says it could have been a lot worse.
Followed the trail of the car to see if any people were injured. And you could see exactly where the car had been. There were towels along that, along those tire tracks, so that we know that this could have been a very horrible morning.
Henry is thankful for the 3 young lifeguards and others, like maintenance workers and residents, who got to the car first.
We're very proud of our staff today for responding as quickly as they did. Our lifeguards were incredible. And I'm very, very thankful that that almost no one was hurt. We hope the best for the driver.
Paige is grateful too.
Our lifeguards did an amazing job and responded fast. I'm very proud of them both. I'm glad that I was here, able to assist and help out.
President Joe Biden's national security advisor says the president supports transferring F-16 jets to Turkey in an effort to strengthen military capacity within NATO. Jake Sullivan says the president supports an unconditional transfer to that country and plans to consult with Congress about it. Sullivan was interviewed about it leading up to the NATO summit. The capital of Ukraine experienced more airstrikes this morning. One Ukrainian official says Iranian drones were launched from the southern direction, possibly from a Russian territory. Air raid alerts were issued earlier but have since been canceled. Tens of thousands of demonstrators took to the streets in Israel today. They were protesting against the government's renewed moves to overhaul the country's judicial system. They snarled traffic in Tel Aviv and caused chaos at an airport, marched at the Supreme Court in Jerusalem, and lined up on Mediterranean beaches. Lawmakers voted Monday to strip the Supreme Court of the power to declare government actions unreasonable. In Oregon, the mayor of one town has resigned over a controversy regarding offensive posts he made on social media. The mayor of Newport posted memes involving race and gender in a private law enforcement-only group. As Christina Gardinelli reports, they were publicly revealed last week.
Over the weekend, protesters held signs condemning former Newport Mayor Dean Sawyer for social media posts offensive to immigrants and trans women. City officials say their calls and emails flooded the offices asking for him to resign. This weekend, he did just that, but not without a little coaxing from his former colleagues.
Councilor Goebel and I had a conversation with him last night. We encouraged him to resign, and that may or may not have been part of his decision.
As Council President Jan Kaplan will take over mayoral duties until the council appoints someone to fill the role until the terms end.
I want to thank Mayor Sawyer for his service to the city, including his leadership in securing funding for our dam and water treatment plants and ongoing advocacy for the city with our federal and state representatives. I personally condemn his online behavior in the strongest terms, but still recognize the many good things he has accomplished during his years of service.
Council member C.M. Hall, who attended this weekend's protest, says the news came as a personal insult.
It cut me. It just was scalding to see those memes and feel like it was completely the opposite sense of like what I was working to try to understand. As a queer person, you constantly have that like sixth sense of, are you with me? Are you a supporter? Are you going to be an ally?
She says though Sawyer's votes never reflected the sentiments in his post, she did have some suspicions about him. She says she's open to talking to him face to face about it. Sawyer has not answered my calls or messages. His resignation letter reads in part, "The posts I made and the humor I engaged in do not reflect my values. It was wrong for me to belittle people with experiences different than my own."
Coming up on First at 4, floods in New England are causing extensive damage in Vermont.
And yet more shower activity in the forecast as we head later in this week, but we're going through some hot weather as well. The latest after this.
The Castle, twice the jewelry.
Half the price. Kaysen Zales half-carat lab-grown diamond earrings are $879.